tell you, I'm okay now, but my life is rough. The other day I went to my doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombots. I said, Doctor, I think my wife is trying to poison me. He said, well, let me talk to her and I'll get back to you. 3 days later, the doctor calls me up. He says, I had a long talk with your wife, very long, 5 hours at least. I said, well, what's your opinion? He says, take the poison.
Hello, everybody. Woo! Oh, there's a man on my computer. Welcome to Welcome to Laughter Talks. This is Marguerite Fair, and I have a wonderful and fun guest with me today, Arthur Brown.
That's me.
Yes, Arthur, and should we call you Arthur or Art?
Just don't call me late for dinner, but call me Art.
Art. Okay, Art. Before we go any further, let me just introduce you properly to our guests. Now, Art Brown is a Los Angeles-based, Brooklyn-born comedian, actor, singer, and voice artist with decades in the business. Not that he's old, mind you, he's just got a lot of experience. He's ahead of his time.
Say I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Now, Art can voice your characters, narrate your project, record your audio book, and a lot more that we're going to find out about today. Now, I want to say right out of the gate, now I'd asked you about this, but I've got this because it did impress me. I actually did listen and look at your stuff. If you want to check out his website, go to artbrownvo.com and ask him about the possibilities of what he can help you with. And that will be right under our project here. Now, Art, first of all, thank you very much for being a guest. I was born laughing. I love to laugh, and to have a real comic on the show, I just think is amazing. And I know that one thing I'd like to start right out with, and I'll throw the ball over to your court, is to talk about your new book, which I love the title, Everything I Need to Know I Learned from Cartoons. Now, you've got it there. Please elaborate. Tell us about this project. Tell us about your book first.
Sure. Well, I grew up without any parents, so naturally television was my parent. And I learned most of my important life lessons from the cartoons on TV. When I was a young fellow in the Stone Age, we all watched television. There was lots and lots of commercials, and in between the commercials were cartoons, and those cartoons were great purveyors of wisdom. So I created this book. It's a mashup between the self-help genre and a great history of the American television cartoon.
Well, tell me, what was your favorite cartoon growing up? Because I think we're from the same generation. What was your favorite?
Hands down was Popeye.
Oh, yeah! Woo!
Wow.
That's it. Yes, I love Popeye too. Did you like Mighty Mouse?
Oh, God, yeah. Mr. Double never sticks around.
Now, that's amazing. Now, wow, look at that. Oh, so you've got that all in your, I've got to get a copy of that book because that's amazing. That's wonderful.
And would your viewers care to know what I learned from Mighty Mouse?
I actually would. I brought it up. So yes, tell me.
Greatest lesson I learned from Mighty Mouse is opera singing mice can fly around and punch people.
Really? Have you ever been punched?
Not by a mouse. A smart ass like me getting punched? Never.
I love it. So you were very, when did you actually start with the comedy? How old were you?
I started telling jokes in utero.
Okay, I believe that.
Was my mother's placenta. It's a very quiet audience, but you know, I've been, it runs in my genes. I come from a long line of Jewish wise asses.
Oh, perfect. We have so much in common. Now, I just want to ask you where people can get that book, because I know you have an audio book too.
Yeah, yeah. So this book is available on Amazon. Everything I need to know, I learned from cartoons. And like we were discussing earlier before the show, life happened before the show. I don't
Yeah,
know
go
anything,
figure.
but since the lockdown, and it was a little harder, a little more dangerous to do live stage work and whatever. I built a studio. I built a sound studio in my closet. A lot of people
Wow,
spend years getting out of the closet. I went back in.
good for you.
And so I've been making funny voices in the closet, which is pretty much what I did throughout my childhood. And I've recorded 3.5 audiobooks. They're on Audible. I'll share the link later. I have an Audible page. And one of them is an audiobook of my cartoons book. And
Okay.
another reason it was so much fun to do is because that's my focus this year, is getting animation work. My hero is Mel Blanc. Damn
Oh,
fucking Doc.
of
Great
course.
hero of mine. You're despicable.
You know what his headstone says? Did you ever see his headstone?
Yes, I actually visited his. I
Oh,
visited his.
Forever Hollywood.
Yeah, it says that's all, folks.
Yeah, I thought that was so adorable.
Yeah,
Well, that's so he's like your hero, but that's amazing.
I
So,
read. I read a great story about Mel Blanc. He got one of the first custom license plates in L.A. when it
oh,
was just a thing. And he said, I want my license plate to read KMT. And
KMT.
like, KMT, what does that mean? Is that a radio station? We can't advertise it. He said, no, it's not a radio station, Doc. He said it's a Hebrew phrase. It means something very reverential. I don't remember what it meant. Anyway, he got the license plate, and what it really stood for is Kishmein Tuchis.
Oh, now did you know him? It sounds like you knew him. Did you know him?
I feel like I know him, but no, I did not have that pleasure to meet Mel.
Well, they have so many interviews and docs now that you really do feel like you know these people
Yeah.
because you get to know everything about them. But I don't want to forget to give us for your audiobooks. I don't want to forget what is the link for your audiobooks?
If you go to Audible and you type in Art Brown, my Audible page will come up.
Okay, that makes it very convenient.
Yeah.
So if people wanted to contact you, like after they see the show and they want to contact you, which way do you like to be contacted?
Well, the bat signal works. If if I see a silhouette of stand comic,
I'm going to put that there. People, get your bat signal ready.
by the way, my girlfriend and I stayed up and watched the new Justice League. Seriously, artbrownvo.com.
Yeah. So that's the key to paradise.
That is
Now,
the key to the kingdom.
I want to ask you this because I know that in one of your emails you said that you have some special offers because you work. I mean, you're looking for people to work with. So, what is this special offer you were talking about? Did you have something in mind? What?
Well, I thought that Audible would give me more codes. I got a whole bunch of codes to give away free books, but they've been used up. So I will be getting more codes. They give out a certain amount over a certain period of time. And reach out to me on Art Brown VO and you'll be first in line. I have a little sign up sheet, a little form at the bottom. You'll also get a free copy of of a PDF, a short book I wrote. So very bottom of the page, and you'll be first in line to get free audiobooks.
Oh, that's really nice. Now, so what is your average? Does your average person have voiceover work these days? Because people are doing so many projects where they'll call you for some help.
I don't quite understand your question.
Oh, I'm from Jersey. Oh,
Average person.
my job is to confuse you, but I know you're from Brooklyn. So is my father.
Oh,
So I didn't mean to confuse you. Just ignore me. I will go away eventually.
Your father was the guy who used to make egg creams under the elevated train,
I'm
right?
sure he was. I'm sure he was. But in looking around on your site, you have quite the resume. I mean,
Like,
you do a lot of things. You've been acting and you do gigs. Tell us about some of that part of your life.
well, I've been a professional actor since I was 12. It's all that I ever wanted to do. My hero as a child was somebody named Red Skelton. A lot of younger,
Oh,
and I can remember to this day. I'm 120 years old now.
you look great.
Oh, thank you. It's clean living. It's all the coffee. It preserves me. But
I'm
I
sure.
remember when I was 5, watching Red Skelton and just and having the thought, why would anyone want to do anything besides making people laugh for a living? You have to have a job. Why would you not want to be a fool and make people laugh?
Mhm.
So that's all I ever wanted to do.
Yeah,
I mean, I've done other things, but
yeah.
what was your original question?
No, well, I was saying you did so many things on your site, but we were talking about the comedy right now. Did you do a lot? You did movies and everything. Did you do a lot of stand up, right?
Yeah,
Where did you do
I
stand
did
up, or do you
a
still
lot.
do it?
Yeah, yeah, not since the lockdown, but I did one virtual stand-up show that was kind of strange because stand-up in my mind, is really it's a live art,
Interactive,
and
yeah.
you're dealing with the audience. But I've done a lot of stage work, and that's partially because I'm from New York, and New York is more of a theater than a film town.
Yeah.
Out here, I got to tour in a wonderful show called Old Jews Telling Jokes, and that was so much fun. We did that in Burbank, and we did it in Palm Springs, and
Oh, you should do, where did you do it in Burbank? Because I live in Burbank. What were you at
I was at we were at the Colony Theater.
Oh, okay, that's just down the road from me. I hope you come back there.
I hope so too. It's a
Put me
wonderful.
on your email list. Oh, we're gonna open up soon. Keep the faith. Put me on your email list because I love to laugh.
Oh, was this some? It was such a fun show. We do the Tom Lear song. I'm spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica, wearing candles, lighting candles by the sea.
Well, you have a pretty good singing voice. So am I thinking you sing too?
Yeah, I do. I've done a lot of musical theater. Um,
Wow.
love that.
Well, you're just a jack of all trades and master of all of them.
I should be
Yeah.
famous by now. What the
So
hell?
so now you're primarily focused on the audio books and the voiceovers, correct?
Focused on audiobooks and focused on animation work.
Animation work.
My,
Now,
my
what
my biggest dream is to make cartoon animals talk.
now have you started that process? Do you have a point that you're going to jump off on and get
I
to or
I do. I've done a few short films, and I just got a contract to play a role in a feature. But I can't
congratulations.
thank you. I'm so excited about it. But I
Wonderful.
can't talk about it yet. But I will be in the feature.
Well, when you do that, come back and when you can talk about it. I always tell that to my guests because a lot of people have things that are under wraps. So, um, so is there anything else that you're thinking of that you would like to share with us that's going to be coming up, or are you waiting for all of this to be over with?
Or which?
The pandemic.
Yeah, I'm thrilled that it's we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
You said that you like an audience, and I know when I watch the late night shows, that's what they all say. It's been very hard for them when they really did continue on with entertainment when everyone was stumbling around in the dark and doing this from their own homes, and all of us appreciate that. But they said how they missed the audience, but a lot of them now are interacting with Zoom. If you could pull in some people, you could do a show on Zoom
I
to get that feedback. So I'm just throwing that over to you because it's something to think about. I attended a friend's play the other night. She had a one woman show and she did it from a theater. It was streamed from the theater, but she sold tickets and it was presented on Zoom. She
yeah,
had about 70 people in attendance, so it worked out very well. So just something to think about.
absolutely,
Yeah. So this
absolutely.
is really good. So what have you been doing to entertain yourself, but you said you're in the closet during the pandemic, right? Have you spent the whole time in the in the
No,
closet?
I have come out to eat and go to the bathroom.
How does
So,
your girlfriend feel about you spending all your time in the closet?
are you in there? What's going on? What? How long will you come out? What?
Does she like shimmy your mail under the door and what blowing food? I think
Knocks and puts a tray of food like I'm in solitary.
you could think of a really good show just based on that. Well, while I still have you here, let me ask you for those people that are interested, because I've heard that before. How did you create your closet? What's in it, and how big is it? Where you record?
Sure. So I've done it twice now because I just moved in March. But I was living in Burbank for the last couple of years. And what I did is I took a clothes closet and found like maybe 4 feet, put a chair in it. I went through, the Bagel Boys on 9th Avenue in New York. Famous electronics store in the corner of 9th and 42nd. Anyway, 34th. Can't think of the name. Anyway, I did some shopping online. I looked around, and a lot of companies are selling audio packages for people who want to start voiceovers. It cost me about $650, and I got a quality mic. You can't do it with a USB mic. I mean, you can, but it doesn't sound. If you want to sound professional, you need professional.
What kind of mic do you use, if you don't mind my asking?
I use an AKG 220. A lot of people like the Rhodes. I wanted the Rhodes. They didn't have it, so I got the AKG. Rhodes is definitely popular.
Yeah.
And then you need a preamp, and then that goes into your Mac.
Do you have to pad it in a particular way, the closet?
Yes. You not only am I in the closet, I'm in a padded cell.
Oh my God!
So soundproofing is important, but working in the closet is great because you already have clothes there, and the clothes dampen the sound. It's perfect.
Wow!
Beautiful. Hang a few coats, hang a few, clothes and
Suggestions would you have for up and coming people that want to do voiceover work?
Yeah, that's a great question. So if you want to do voiceover work, well, here's my overarching suggestion. So kind of elevated. Focus on what you have to give, what you want to give, the difference you want to make to other people. A lot of us go into show business or stay in show business out of a context of needing something. We need the adulation. We need the applause. I need. But that's only going to last so long. You have to shift the focus to what you're there to give. When I was doing Old Jews Telling Jokes, I was just moved because the audience would come up to us after, Mister, you have no idea what was going on in my life. Boy, did I need a laugh. Thank you. And you know that you're making a difference for people, and you could feel it in the audience. Their hearts are lightening, or, and how you know if something is funny. This is grapes. It's fantastic.
Thank you. I try to give my guests something nice to look at so they don't get bored. And I even do magic acts. See, if I move a certain way, I can make myself disappear. You see that? I'm like, well, Art,
close up, Mr. DeMille.
ready for my close up, Mr. DeMille, and that's the way we're leaving it. We're ready for our close up. Art, you have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, and everybody out there, make sure that you subscribe to Laughter Talks, and remember, protect your immune system. There's only one protection. Okay. You have a great day, Art. I'll see you soon, and stay healthy. Bye.